The cold hit him like a punch. Leon's escape pod crashed into thick white snow, sliding down the side of a frozen mountain. Ice cracked beneath the metal shell as it finally stopped at the edge of a glowing blue cave. The front window was shattered, and cold wind howled through the open hatch. Leon coughed, wiped the blood from his lip, and pulled himself out. He was alone on an unknown moon. His mission had gone wrong. A sudden ambush had destroyed half the fleet. Now, only static came from his radio. His gloves trembled as he checked. His gear low oxygen, broken heater, one flare left. Great, he muttered. Perfect start. He looked around. Storm clouds rolled over the white sky, snow falling faster every second. He had to find shelter fast. Then he saw an opening, glowing faintly in the mountain. Blue light shimmered like crystal fire dot with heavy boots crunching on snow. Leon limped toward it. The cave was deep. Long crystal walls lined the tunnel, glowing from inside. The deeper he went, the warmer it felt. Strange symbols flickered faintly. On the ice, like something was buried beneath dots suddenly, a sharp sound echoed. Not wind dot breathing, dot he stopped. From the corner of the cave, a tall figure stumbled out and fell to one knee. It was a female alien, at least 7 feet tall, lean but strong. Her silver armor was cracked, one arm dragging. Blue blood ran down her cheek. Her eyes met his dot, they both froze. Leon reached for his small blaster. The alien woman growled weakly. Her voice cracked as she spoke. No, more fight. She collapsed. Leon lowered his weapon and hesitated. She was clearly wounded. Her armor looked like it had taken a direct blast, but more than that, she looked cold. Even with her armor, she was shaking. Her hands were blue from frostbite. He sighed and walked closer, slowly. "Hey," he said. "Don't move. I'm not here to kill you." She blinked at him. "Human? Yeah?" She stared at him, breathing heavily. "You? Not enemy?" Leon shook his head. "Not right now. You'll freeze if you stay like this." The alien warrior tried to sit up. She looked down at her armor, then whispered something under her breath. Leon couldn't hear, but he noticed her trembling fingers trying to unclip a part of her chest gear. It wouldn't move. "It's stuck," she said. "Let me help." "No," she snapped quickly, voice sharp. Her cheeks turned a strange violet color. She looked away. "Not in front of you." Leon raised his hands. Okay, I'll turn around." He walked to the other side of the cave and sat with his back to her. Behind him, he heard metal creaking, gear being pulled off piece by piece. She groaned in pain once. He didn't look back. "Don't peek," she whispered shyly. He smirked. Wasn't planning to. Minutes passed. "I am Kara," her voice came from behind. Leon nodded. "I'm Leon, pilot, not supposed to be here. Same." The storm outside grew louder. Snow piled at the mouth of the cave. Kara moved closer and sat a few feet away from him now, wearing only a torn layer of undersuit. Her face still flushed. She had her arms wrapped around herself. Clearly freezing. Leon reached into his crash bag and pulled out a heat patch. "Here, stick this on your chest. It'll help." Kara took it slowly, her eyes on his. "Strange. You help me. You're not trying to kill me." "That's a good start." She gave a small smile. As they sat in silence, the cave seemed to breathe. The glowing ice pulsed gently. Leon looked up and noticed symbols, old alien letters carved above them, barely visible until now. They weren't human. They weren't Kara as either. "What is this place?" he asked. Kara followed his gaze. Her smile faded. "This is not a normal cave. It's old, from before my time, before my kind even walked the stars. Ancient? She nodded. Very. Leon reached out and touched one of the glowing marks. It responded, glowing brighter. Kara gasped. You shouldn't. A deep humming sound filled the cave. Kara stood up quickly, half-dressed, forgetting her embarrassment. The cave, it woke up. Leon backed away as the wall in front of them split, slowly opening to reveal a hidden door. Beyond it, blue light. Poured out. Something was alive in there. Kara whispered, We are not alone here. Kara stood in front of the glowing doorway, half-dressed, her armor scattered in pieces behind her. The hum from the hidden door grew louder, pulsing like a slow heartbeat. Leon took a careful step forward. You, okay? Kara didn't answer. Her eyes were fixed on the ancient doorway. She was breathing fast, not from fear, but from something else. She was remembering something old, something she wasn't sure she believed in. Until now. This place, she said finally, was part of the old war, before your species, before my kind ruled the outer sectors. It belonged to the Star Builders. Leon blinked. That a myth? We only found traces of them in ruins. They were real, and this is proof. Her voice trembled, not with fear, but with awe. We're standing inside a memory. Kara shivered. Again, wrapping her arms around her thin suit. The cold had returned now that her armor was off. She crouched down, pulled the small heat patch tighter on her chest, and stared at Leon. You shouldn't have touched the wall, she said softly. I was curious. You woke something up. Leon looked at the open doorway. We going in? Kara hesitated. Not yet. She stood slowly and reached for the last piece of her armor, the hip plates frozen stiff and cracked. As she struggled, she glanced at Leon. Turn around. He smirked. Again? Yes, I must remove all of it. My suit is heating from the inside. Damaged. If I keep it on, it could burn me. Leon turned his back. Understood? No peeking. Kara's cheeks turned deep violet again. She mumbled something in her language. The sound of gear unbuckling echoed through the crystal chamber. Bits of armor clinked on the icy floor. She gasped softly as she pulled the last part off. Done. Leon kept facing the wall. You sure? I said done. You may look now. He turned carefully. Kara now wore only the underlayer, a thin, skin-tight fabric made of alien fibers. It shimmered with a soft glow, torn in some places. She looked less like a warrior and more like a real person, tired, cold, injured, but still strong. Leon offered her his emergency blanket. Here. She took it without speaking. As she wrapped it around her shoulders, she asked, Why are you helping me? He sat down, pulling his knees up. Because I don't want either of us to die out here. Kara looked at him for a long moment. Then, without warning, she sat beside him closer this time. Silence grew again, but not uncomfortable. Doorway's glow dimmed slightly. Waiting. Leon broke the silence. You said you were betrayed? Kara looked down. Yes, my squad was told to land near the mountains. We were told humans were hiding weapons here. When we arrived, there was nothing. Then they turned on me. Sorry I failed. I escaped and crashed into this cave. That's rough. Kara's hands tightened around the blanket. I am different from others. I question orders. That makes me weak in their eyes. Leon nodded slowly. Sounds familiar. You too? Yeah. Got yelled at for disobeying during the last mission. I saved 3 people, but I broke chain of command. Now I'm here. They both laughed soft and tired. Suddenly, the humming returned. The doorway glowed brighter. Kara stood up, now fully wrapped in the blanket. It's reacting again. Leon approached the light and saw a symbol glowing above the arch one neither of them recognized. He reached out to touch it, but Kara grabbed his hand. "Wait, let me." She stepped forward, hesitating for a moment, then placed her palm on the wall. Nothing happened. Leon stepped beside her and did the same. The doorway opened wider with a smooth metallic sound. A warm breeze rolled out, carrying with it the scent of old, air-clean, ancient, untouched for maybe thousands of years. Kara whispered, "It recognizes you." "Why me?" "I don't know," she said, "but something inside is waiting. For you." Leon took a slow step toward the doorway. Kara stopped him again. "If something happens in there," she said, eyes locking with his, "promise you won't leave me behind." Leon gave a small smile. "You didn't kill me when you had the chance. That counts for something." Kara didn't smile back. Instead, she did something unexpected. She placed her hand on his chest. "You are not like the others," she said. Then, softly, "And I'm not the same either." They stood for a moment in silence. Two enemies-turned eyes facing a mystery older than both their worlds. Together, they stepped through the doorway into the ancient chamber. Asterisk. The air inside the chamber felt different. Warm, ancient, alive. Leon and Kara stepped through the glowing doorway together. As soon as they crossed the threshold, the door behind them slid shut with a soft whoosh. No sound followed. Just silence. The room was huge, like a cathedral made of crystal and steel. Soft blue lights ran along the floor, pulsing in slow waves. Strange machines stood along the walls, tall, dark, and quiet, as if waiting. In the center of the room was a stone platform, and on that platform sat a sphere, smooth, silver, and humming softly. Leon took a step toward it, but Kara placed a hand on his arm. "Wait," she said. "This is not normal tech." Leon nodded. "It feels alive." They approached slowly. The lights in the walls followed them like eyes watching. When they reached the platform, the sphere lit up bright white for a moment, then faded back to soft silver. Kara stared at it. "It's scanning you." Leon raised an eyebrow. "For what? For identity? For purpose? Maybe even for bloodline?" Leon blinked. "You think this thing knows who I am?" Kara stepped closer, her voice low. "There were legends in my people's history of a warrior race, the Builders, who made technology that only responded to the worthy, not by species, by soul." Leon tilted his head. "So? It likes my soul?" Kara almost smiled. "Maybe." Suddenly, the sphere shifted. A beam of light shot upward from its center, creating a glowing image in the air. A map of the galaxy. Planets, stars, space lanes. And in the center, one star flashed bright red. "That's Earth," Leon whispered. Kara nodded. "And those symbols, those are not my language. Not yours either." Then a soft, smooth voice echoed through the chamber. It spoke in a language neither of them understood, but the sphere shimmered and translated instantly into their minds. Warden detected. Genetic signature confirmed. Human lineage active. Backup protocol initiated. Vault integrity at 92%. Hostile forces identified. Stand by for directive update. Leon stepped back. "Warden? Me?" Kara's eyes were wide. "You triggered its memory core. It thinks you're part of the old creators." Leon looked confused. "I'm just a pilot." The voice returned, colder now. "Warning, non-warden. Detected. Potential threat. Assessing." A soft hum grew louder. Kara looked up quickly. "It means me." "No," Leon said. "You helped me. You're not a threat." But the machines along the walls began to glow. Small drone-like orbs lifted from their holders, blue lights flashing. They turned toward Kara. "They're targeting you," Leon shouted. Kara stepped in front of him, teeth clenched. Let them come. A drone shot forward. Kara ducked and spun, her movements sharp despite the cold. She grabbed a shard of broken armor and threw it like a blade. It hit the drone mid-air, cutting it in half. Another drone charged with a blast of energy. Leon tackled Kara out of the way, both of them rolling to the floor. We have to shut them down, he yelled. Kara looked at the central sphere. It's the core. Leon rushed forward and slammed his hand on the glowing map. Stop. Cancel threat protocol. The voice responded. Override accepted. Stand down initiated. The drones froze mid-air, then slowly floated back to their holders. Silence returned. Kara sat on the floor, breathing hard. Her hair stuck to her face, sweat and frost mixing. Leon knelt beside her. You okay? She nodded slowly. You saved me. Leon looked at the sphere. More like I asked it nicely. Kara gave a tired smile. Strange human. He smiled back. They sat together in silence. The warmth from the chamber helped them breathe easier. Leon pulled out his ration bar and split it with her. Kara looked at it curiously. What is this? Chocolate. You'll love it. She took a bite, chewed, and her eyes lit up. This is a weapon. Leon laughed. Told you. Later, as they prepared to leave, Kara stood near one of the glowing walls. Her hand hovered over a carved image, two figures, one human-shaped, one alien-shaped, standing side by side with light between them. She turned to Leon. You think this was a message? Maybe. A warning or a promise. She stepped closer, her voice softer. Then maybe you were meant to find me here. Leon blinked. Why do you say that? Kara looked away. Because I don't feel like your enemy anymore. The silence between them felt full, not empty. The kind of silence that means something is beginning. Outside the ancient vault, the storm had cleared. But inside, something much bigger had just begun. Asterisk, the storm had faded. Outside the ice cave, the sky turned a pale silver. The wind had calmed, and soft snow fell gently over the mountains. But inside the ancient vault, the air was still warm and humming. Kara stood in front of the stone wall where the glowing image had appeared, two shapes united in light. She traced the outline of the alien and human figures with her fingers, lost in thought. Leon packed the last of their supplies. You keep staring at that. It means something, she whispered. My people believed we were alone, that we were stronger than all. But this? She turned toward him. This says the future only comes when we stand together. Leon smiled, but before he could speak, the sphere in the center pulsed again. Thump, thump, a slow beat. Like a heart. Like something waking up. Kara stepped back. That wasn't you this time, right? Nope, Leon said quickly, backing away too. The ground beneath them rumbled softly. The wall behind the platform cracked open, revealing a spiral staircase leading downward into darkness. Kara tensed. Something else is down there. Leon nodded. Something big. The lights flickered. Another voice spoke, not calm, like before, but deeper, older. Guardian class, dormant for 9,000 cycles. Presence confirmed. Awakening protocol initiated. Kara's eyes widened. A guardian. That's a war machine. Leon frowned. A war machine? Made by the builders, used to protect the galaxy or destroy it. He looked down the staircase. And we just woke it up. Against better judgment, they descended the stairs. The air grew heavier. The walls were covered in vines of frozen light, like nerves. The lower they went, the more alive the place felt, like it had been sleeping, and now it was aware. Finally, they entered a massive underground hall. At the center stood a tall figure 10 meters high, humanoid in shape, but made of silver and black alloy. Its chest pulsed with blue light. Its face was smooth, with no mouth or eyes, just a single vertical slit glowing faintly dot. It didn't move. Not yet. Kara stepped forward, breath shallow. "This is it." Leon whispered, "The Guardian." Suddenly, the air split with a boom. The Guardian raised its head. A blinding light burst from its chest, scanning both of them. Warden confirmed. Non-Warden identified. Species, adversary class. Kara grabbed Leon's arm. "It still sees me as a threat." Leon stepped forward. "Hey, she's with me. She helped me survive. If you're really here to protect life, then listen to me." The Guardian didn't. Respond at first. Then. It spoke again, analyzing behavior. Cross-checking interaction logs. Reassessment complete. Status updated. Companion protected under Warden authority. Kara let out a breath. "That worked?" Leon chuckled. "Didn't know I had that much authority." The Guardian raised its arm slowly. A new light formed in the air. Star map. This one showed hundreds of red dots moving across systems. Kara's face turned hard. "Those are war fleets." Leon looked closer. "Whose?" Kara answered in a low voice. "Mine." He looked at her. Shocked. She nodded. "My people, they lied. They told us humans were spreading disease and death. That you needed to be stopped." Leon whispered, "That's why your squad came." "Yes, but now I see the truth." The Guardian's voice interrupted. "Planetary conflict detected. Civilizations approaching collapse. Immediate action required." Leon stared at the map. "Is it saying we need to stop the war?" Kara turned to him. "No, it's saying we need to lead the peace." Leon raised an eyebrow. "You think they'll listen to us?" Kara smirked. "They'll listen to the Guardian. And it listens to you." The Guardian lowered its arm and opened a new door behind it, a chamber filled with ancient weapons, glowing suits of armor, and data cores. "Activate command protocol?" Leon hesitated. "What happens if I say yes?" Kara placed her hand on his. "Then you stop being a lost pilot and become something more." Leon looked around the room at the power, the danger, the chance. To change everything. He took a deep breath. "Activate." Lights exploded around them as the vault came alive. Far above, in space, hidden satellites powered on for the first time in thousands of years. Silent signals began to pulse across the stars. And on distant worlds, leaders human and alien looked up in fear as ancient machines whispered a single message. "The Guardian has awakened, and it walks with a human." The vault shook with power. The Guardian stood motionless, yet its presence felt enormous. Around Leon and Kara, blue lights danced across the chamber's walls, revealing more ancient tech machines made for battle, defense, and command. The air was thick with energy, as if the room itself was preparing for war. Kara looked around. This place wasn't just a vault, it was a command center. Leon stepped toward a floating console. A glowing control ring circled his hand. The moment he touched it, the Guardian's voice echoed again. "Command access granted. Awaiting orders." Kara took a cautious step back. "Leon, if you activate the wrong thing, we might wake up something we can't stop." Leon looked at her, unsure. "Then, help me figure it out. We do this together." She nodded and joined him. Suddenly, the vault's image wall came to life. A real-time view of space appeared, ships moving in formation. Dozens, then hundreds. They bore Kara's people's emblem. Flying toward Earth's outer colonies. Leon's face went pale. "They're getting ready to strike." Kara's jaw clenched. I didn't know it was this serious." Then, a message appeared on screen. "Ambassador vessel destroyed. Human diplomat executed." Leon read it again, slower. His heart sank. Wait, they killed our envoy? Kara lowered her eyes. It was a warning shot. But I didn't think they would. Leon took a step back. Your people lied, then attacked, and now they're killing peaceful diplomats? Kara's voice trembled. I didn't agree with it. That's why they tried to kill me. Leon stared at her. How do I know I can trust you? Silence. Kara stepped forward, removing the blanket she still wore. Beneath it, her undersuit was torn, her skin bruised from earlier fights and crashes. She raised her arms slowly, showing she had no weapons. You don't have to trust me, she said, but I'll prove I'm not your enemy. Leon's expression didn't soften. Then Kara did something no warrior from her species would. Normally, she knelt. She lowered her head. I fought your kind. I believe the lies, but you saved me. You didn't look when I was vulnerable. You shared food when you were starving. You spoke gently when I was ashamed. She looked up, eyes full of quiet fire. I'll follow your command, human, even if it means fighting my own people to stop this war. Leon stood frozen. The Guardian spoke again. Warden confirmation. Companion loyalty detected. A beam of light scanned Kara, then changed from red to blue. Status updated. Trusted ally. Leon let out a breath. Slowly, he reached out. His hand. Kara stared at it for a moment, then placed her hand in his. He pulled her up. All right, we end this together. She nodded. The console lit up again. A map appeared. Routes, command points, battle signals. One location blinked faster than the rest. What's that? Leon asked. Kara leaned closer. That's the forward command hub. The one coordinating the attack. Can we stop it? Yes, but it's protected by shield barriers. Even their own people can't walk in without command codes. Leon smirked. Then we don't walk in. We override it. He looked at the Guardian. Deploy. The Guardian's body glowed white. Initiating transport sequence. In a flash, the floor lit up beneath Leon and Kara's feet. Rings of energy circled them. Wind roared inside the chamber. The ancient machines around them powered down, giving their energy to one system. Then the world vanished in light. They rematerialized inside a war room orbiting a desert world. Aliens gasped in shock as the Guardian peered beside them, its towering frame humming with heat and power. Soldiers raised weapons. Generals shouted orders, but it was already too late. Leon raised his voice. Stand down. This war ends now. A commander stepped forward, snarling. Human filth. You don't give orders here. He raised his rifle at Leon. Kara moved faster than anyone expected. With one leap, she knocked the weapon aside, pinned the commander to the floor, and stared into his eyes. She walks with the Guardian, she said calmly, and I walk with him. The room fell silent. One by one, the soldiers lowered their weapons. The Guardian scanned the chamber. Command core disabled. Attack orders terminated. Peace directive activated. Lights dimmed. Sirens fell quiet. Ships in orbit powered down their weapons. The war was stopped by a human, an alien warrior, and an ancient machine. Leon looked at Kara. You didn't have to protect me, just now. Kara smiled softly. You didn't peek. I owed you one. The war room was quiet now. Soldiers who once followed orders without question now stood frozen, watching the impossible. A Terran human young, alone, unarmed, stood beside a living Guardian of the ancients. And beside him stood an alien warrior, once their own, who now fought for peace. Kara stepped away from the stunned commander, her shoulders tall, eyes steady. He is not your enemy. He is the one who saved me when no one else would, and I trust him. Leon looked around the room. I didn't come to fight. I came to stop one." The alien soldiers exchanged glances. Most looked confused. Some still looked angry. But none made a move. Kara turned toward the Guardian. "Can we show them the truth?" The machine responded in its deep voice. "Confirmed. Memory sync activated." The room's walls turned to light. Images flashed all around Kara, trapped. In the ice caves, Leon offering warmth, both of them facing danger together. Her wounds, his kindness, their shared fear and courage. Then footage shifted to the vault, the sphere. The message from the past, the Guardian recognizing Leon as a warden. The moment Kara knelt before him thought, it wasn't just a story. It was. Proof. The soldiers watched in silence. No one could deny what they saw. After the memory ended, the silence was broken by a voice near the back. An older alien officer stepped forward slowly. His armor was marked with age and command. He looked at Kara, then at Leon. "I trained you, Kara. You were stubborn, proud, but never a liar." He turned to the others. "She speaks the truth, and we have been lied to." One by one, heads began to nod. Kara's eyes softened. For the first time, she no longer felt like an outcast. She had come full circle. Leon spoke again. "There are others still fighting on both sides. People who don't know what we just saw. If we want peace, we have to show them." The commander nodded. "We'll spread the message across every ship, every outpost, starting now." Hours later, the war was over. The Guardian moved from world to world, activating ancient beacons that silenced weapons and blocked war signals. Peace fleets from Earth and Kara's people met under guarded banners. What had begun with fire now ended in light. Leon stood on a balcony aboard the neutral ship Starbridge, watching the stars drift slowly. He felt tired but proud. Kara joined him quietly, her armor now repaired, but her face softer than it had ever been. "Funny," she said. "Not long ago, I thought I'd never see my people again." Leon smiled. "Not long ago, you threatened to cut my throat." She smirked. "And you tried to touch my armor." "I was trying to help." Kara looked at him sideways. "I remember. And I also remember you turning away when I asked you not to look." "That's rare," Leon shrugged. "You were hurt. Cold. It wasn't the time to be a creep." Kara was quiet for a second. Then she said something unexpected. "I trust you more than I've trusted anyone." Leon blinked. "That's wow." She looked at him seriously now. "And if we ever crash again, don't turn away." Leon grinned. "Noted." In the days that followed, Leon was honored by both governments as a peace envoy. Kara was cleared of all charges and made the first joint species officer in the new Galactic Alliance. Together, they began visiting war-torn colonies, helping people rebuild, healing what was broken. The Guardian remained at their side, silent, but watchful. One night, as they camped on a quiet moon helping a small village, Leon sat by a fire. Kara joined him again, a blanket over her shoulders, just like the first time. "You remember that cave?" she asked softly. He nodded. "I'll never forget it." She leaned her head gently on his shoulder. "Neither will I." They sat in silence, watching the stars above. Enemies no more. Just two souls once trapped in a frozen heart. Cave now warming a galaxy with something far more powerful than war. Asterisk.